So we've already done the driver's side, now we're going to do the passenger side. We got this plastic putty knife. This is probably the most challenging part by far. Everything else is pretty much common sense. This, you're going to want to try to get this lifted up. And this is very difficult to get this first clip. So I'm actually going to set the camera down because I'm going to need two hands. But basically, I'm going to lift on that corner right there. And I'm going to lift also towards the windshield. I don't want to pull this towards the front of the car. I want to lift it. As I lift it, I want to kind of try to pull it towards the windshield, if that makes sense. And you'll see why here in a second. Okay, so we got the first one. It's unclipped. There's a clip right here. This piece is part of the front. It goes straight down. It dives straight in. I wanted to try to get the second one on film if I can, as it happens. So let's see here. You got to lift on this very hard. Okay, so I want you to see here what happened. That came out and this came out. And that's the most challenging part. And you can look down in here, there's these little triangles. The little triangle there with the white on the other side, that's one of the clips. And then the other triangle is going to be down in there. And those two clips are what hold these tabs. And you can see if you tried to pull this towards the front of the car and just pull the front end off the car, these tabs would have broken right off. So you don't want to break those tabs. You just want to lift straight up and towards the windshield as you lift. And if you do that, then it'll come right out of this vise. There's a plate here that it's viced in with. So that's that. So we've got that removed. Okay, and then you want to lift up on the rest of this all the way down. Okay, so it all needs to be lifted up and away. Lift it up and away here. Okay, so now I'm detached. And I've done this enough times now that I know that this will now come off. I need to finish off these. These weren't all the way detached, but once you do that, again, you're checking for wires, looking inside. We've already got our camera unhooked because we take this nose off this car so frequently. Right now what I'm getting caught on is actually the jack. So I'm gonna go check the passenger side over here real quick. Get our putty knife out of the way. Get this here. Okay, see this is all loose now. And the front end is off the car, but the jack is holding it on the car right now. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna kind of put my arm up underneath this. And then you just kind of want to pay attention to things as you pull this off if you're doing it by yourself. You don't need to be banging this thing around. It really helps if you have two people, but I'm gonna show you that not only can one person do it, one person can do it while he's filming. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this jack and we're gonna bring it down. Okay. All right, so, and I guess I should note that I had the jack up on purpose because I've done this enough times. And then I'm just gonna grab this and just real easy. That's that. There's the front end of a car. And there's the front end in the grass. So, whoever says that you need two people to do this isn't really telling you the truth. I just did it with one hand as I was filming. So you can do it by yourself. You just got to know what you're doing. And again, these clips, these are what vice those clips into place. And you can see those triangles there. That is what's holding it into place. So you've just got to lift up on it. And it's going to take a lot more strength than what you think it's going to take. But at the same token, I don't want you to break it. I want you to be careful. But that's that. So hopefully that helped you out. So here's our heat exchanger. The chin heat exchanger. We sell these for cars that don't have them. $650 shipped with $1,000 insurance, 2-day tracking, United States Postal Service. And we sell those. And then we're going to be installing on this car the cooler kit. We already have the cooler kit on our other vehicles that have been testing. And now we're going to put it on this car as well with a bigger fan than what we've used in the past, which will provide even more cooling.